Ratchet, the renowned robotic doctor of the Autobots, found himself in a dire situation. His spark, the heart and power source of his metallic body, was running dangerously low on energon. As the life force of all Cybertronians, energon was essential for Ratchet to function properly. Feeling the effects of the dwindling energon levels, Ratchet knew he needed to recharge immediately. Transforming into his ambulance mode, he activated his recharge mode, allowing himself to enter a state of complete deactivation as he focused on replenishing his energon levels. As Ratchet lay motionless and deactivated in his vehicle form, he found himself drifting through space. The familiar sights of Cybertron were replaced with the vast emptiness of the cosmos, as he floated inside the mysterious Zathura house from the popular sci-fi movie. Alone in the floating house, Ratchet was grateful for the peace and solitude it offered. With no interruptions, he could concentrate on recharging himself fully, allowing his spark to absorb the much-needed energon to sustain his robotic body. As he lay in recharge mode, Ratchet's thoughts drifted to his comrades, the other Autobots who were out fighting against the Decepticons. He couldn't help but feel a twinge of guilt for not being able to join them in battle, his current state rendering him immobile and vulnerable. But Ratchet knew that his role as the medic of the Autobots was just as important as that of a warrior. Without his healing skills and expertise, many of his fellow Autobots would not have survived the countless battles they had faced. As he continued to recharge, a sense of determination filled Ratchet's spark. He vowed to overcome this temporary setback and return to his duties stronger than ever, ready to assist his friends and allies in any way he could. Hours passed, and Ratchet could feel the energon coursing through his circuits, revitalizing his systems and restoring his strength. Slowly, he began to power up, his optics flickering to life as he emerged from his recharge mode. Transforming back into his robot form, Ratchet felt rejuvenated and ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. With a renewed sense of purpose, he set off to join his fellow Autobots in the ongoing battle against the Decepticons, his spark burning bright with determination. As he raced through the stars, Ratchet couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude for the time he had spent in the Zathura house. It had been a peaceful sanctuary where he could focus on healing himself, both physically and emotionally. With a final surge of energy, Ratchet charged into battle, his skills as a medic and warrior now stronger than ever. And as he fought alongside his comrades, he knew that no matter what challenges they faced, they would always have each other's backs. The thrill of battle and the camaraderie of his fellow Autobots filled Ratchet with a sense of fulfillment and purpose. And as he looked towards the horizon, a new dawn of hope and victory seemed to shine brighter than ever before. Words. 506. Ratchet the Robotic Doctor of Autobots from the Transformers Prime animated show universe was in dire need of energon. His spark, the robotic battery inside his chest known as the spark chamber, was running dangerously low on alien fuel. As a result, Ratchet had no choice but to enter recharge mode to replenish his energy levels and ensure his survival. Transformers like Ratchet relied heavily on energon to function, as it fueled their metallic bodies and kept them operating at peak performance. Without it, they risked deactivation and potential damage to their systems. Knowing this, Ratchet wasted no time in deactivating himself and initiating recharge mode while in his ambulance form. The process of recharging was essential for Ratchet's well-being, but it also left him vulnerable. In his deactivated state, he was unable to defend himself or react to any potential threats. However, Ratchet was willing to take the risk in order to replenish his energy reserves. As Ratchet lay motionless in his ambulance mode, his mind drifted to a peaceful place where he could recharge without interruption. Suddenly, he found himself inside the Zathura house floating in outer space. The surreal surroundings provided a sense of serenity as Ratchet focused on absorbing the energon he desperately needed. Despite the tranquility of his surroundings, Ratchet remained vigilant, knowing that danger could strike at any moment. His senses were heightened as he continued to recharge, ready to react at a moment's notice. The eerie silence of outer space only added to the suspense, as Ratchet's robotic heart beat with anticipation. Hours passed as Ratchet remained in recharge mode, his energy levels slowly but steadily increasing. Just as he was about to reach full capacity, a sudden jolt shook the Zathura house, causing Ratchet to spring to attention. A sense of dread washed over him as he realized he was not alone. Before he could react, a dark figure emerged from the shadows, its presence ominous and threatening. Ratchet knew he was in danger, his survival hanging in the balance. With no time to waste, he activated his emergency protocols and prepared for combat. The ensuing battle was intense, the air crackling with energy as Ratchet clashed with his mysterious adversary. Sparks flew as metal clashed against metal, each strike resonating throughout the Zathura house. Despite his depleted energy levels, Ratchet fought with all his might, determined to protect himself and emerge victorious. As the battle raged on, Ratchet's resolve never wavered. He tapped into the last reserves of his energy, pushing himself beyond his limits in a desperate bid for survival. With each blow, he drew closer to victory, his determination unwavering. Finally, with a final burst of strength, Ratchet emerged victorious, his adversary defeated and his energy levels restored. The Zathura house fell silent once more as Ratchet stood triumphant, his robotic heart beating with pride. He had faced the ultimate challenge and emerged stronger than ever before. As Ratchet returned to his recharge mode, a sense of peace washed over him. Despite the danger he had faced, he knew that he was capable of overcoming any obstacle that came his way. With his energon levels replenished and his spirit renewed, Ratchet drifted off into a well-earned rest, ready to face whatever challenges the future held. Words. 546. As Ratchet lay dormant in his ambulance mode, floating aimlessly in the vast expanse of outer space, a sudden jolt of energy surged through his metallic frame. His spark chamber began to glow brightly, absorbing the energon from the surrounding cosmic energy. Ratchet, are you there? A voice echoed through his comm link, breaking the silence of the void. Ratchet's optics flickered to life as he recognized the familiar voice of his leader, Optimus Prime. Yes, Optimus. I am currently undergoing recharge mode. Is there something you need? We have received a distress signal from a nearby planet, Optimus explained. It seems a group of Decepticons are causing chaos and destruction. We need you to join the team and assist in putting an end to their rampage. Ratchet paused for a moment, weighing his options. His energon levels were still below optimal, but the urgency of the situation called for immediate action. I will do my best to help, Optimus. I will join the team as soon as I have finished recharging. Optimus Prime nodded in understanding. Stay safe, Ratchet. We will await your arrival. With that, the comm link went silent as Ratchet focused all of his energy on recharging his depleted reserves. The ambient hum of the energon flowing into his spark chamber filled the quiet confines of the Zathura house, creating a soothing rhythm that lulled Ratchet into a state of deep meditation. Hours passed as Ratchet remained motionless, his system slowly coming back online as the energon replenished his robotic body. Finally, with a surge of power, Ratchet's optics brightened to their full intensity, signaling that he was once again ready for action. Transforming back into his robot mode, Ratchet activated his engines and soared out into the cold vacuum of space, heading towards the coordinates of the distress signal. As he neared the planet, the chaos and destruction caused by the Decepticons came into full view, a stark reminder of the never-ending battle between Autobots and Decepticons. Ratchet wasted no time in joining his fellow Autobots in the fight, his medical knowledge and combat skills proving invaluable in turning the tide against their enemies. With precision and grace, he targeted the Decepticons' weak points, disabling them one by one until the last of the enemy forces had been vanquished. As the dust settled and the sun began to rise over the scorched battlefield, Optimus Prime approached Ratchet with a look of gratitude in his optics. Well done, Ratchet. Your expertise was instrumental in our victory today. Ratchet nodded in acknowledgement, a sense of pride swelling within his spark. Thank you, Optimus. I am just glad that I could be of service to the team. With the battle won and peace restored to the planet, Ratchet and the Autobots returned to their ship, their spirits lifted by the knowledge that they had once again triumphed against the forces of evil. As they set course for their next mission, Ratchet knew that no matter how low his energon levels may fall, he would always find the strength to rise again and fight for the freedom and safety of all beings in the universe. Words. 526. Ratchet, the robotic doctor of the Autobots from the Transformers Prime animated show universe, was in dire need of energon. The spark that powered his metallic heart and robotic battery inside his spark chamber was running dangerously low. He knew that he needed to recharge himself to maintain his strength and functionality. Transforming into his ambulance mode, Ratchet entered recharge mode, deactivating himself completely to allow his systems to replenish the vital energon he required. As he lay motionless in his vehicle form, he felt a sense of peace wash over him as he focused on absorbing the alien fuel that kept him alive. Unbeknownst to Ratchet, a mysterious force suddenly transported him to a strange place, the floating Zathura house in outer space. Confused but undeterred, Ratchet continued his recharge process, taking advantage of the solitude to fully immerse himself in the energy-giving properties of the energon. As time passed and Ratchet remained in his deactivated state, he began to experience strange visions and sensations. Memories from his past adventures with the Autobots flashed before his optics, reminding him of the battles he had fought and the lives he had saved. But there was something else lurking in the shadows of his subconscious, a darkness that threatened to consume him if he let his guard down. Ratchet's mind began to play tricks on him, blurring the lines between reality and illusion. As he struggled to make sense of his surroundings, Ratchet was suddenly jolted back to reality by a surge of power coursing through his circuits. With a start, he realized that the energon he had absorbed had revitalized him beyond his wildest expectations. Reawakened and ready for action, Ratchet transformed back into his robot form, his sensor scanning the alien landscape around him for any sign of danger. To his surprise, he discovered that he was not alone in the Zathura house. A group of mysterious beings was approaching, their intentions unclear. With his instincts on high alert, Ratchet prepared himself for whatever challenges lay ahead. As the strangers drew closer, he readied his weapons and braced himself for a confrontation. But just as the tension reached its breaking point, a voice rang out, cutting through the silence like a beacon of hope. It was none other than Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots, who had come to rescue Ratchet from his predicament. Relieved and grateful, Ratchet joined forces with Optimus and the rest of the Autobots, ready to face whatever threats came their way. Together, they forged a bond that transcended time and space, their unity stronger than ever before. As they set off into the unknown depths of the universe, Ratchet knew that he would always have a place among his fellow Autobots, his spark burning brightly with the knowledge that he was never truly alone. And so, the adventure continued, with Ratchet and his comrades facing new challenges and triumphs at every turn. With courage in their hearts and energon in their veins, they stood united against the forces of darkness, ready to defend the galaxy from whatever evils dared to threaten it. For Ratchet, the journey was far from over, but with his newfound strength and determination, he knew that he was ready for whatever lay ahead. And as the stars shone brightly above, he embraced the future with open arms, his robotic form shining with the promise of endless possibilities. Words. 571. Ratchet. Mentally, I can't believe I let myself get this low on energon. I need to recharge before my systems shut down completely. Ratchet enters his recharge mode, his systems shutting down one by one as he begins to draw power from the surrounding environment. He falls into a deep sleep, oblivious to the world around him. A sudden jolt wakes Ratchet from his slumber, his optics flickering back to life as he looks around in confusion. He realizes he is no longer in the familiar confines of the Autobots' base, but floating in the vast expanse of outer space. Ratchet, panicking, what in the Allspark is going on? Where am I? Voice, echoing, you are in the Zathura house, Ratchet. A place where reality bends and twists to the will of those who enter. Ratchet, startled, who's there? Voice, amused, I am the Cosmic Game Master, the one who oversees the games that unfold in this realm. And you, Ratchet, are the newest player in my game. Ratchet, skeptical, game. What game? Cosmic Game Master, chuckling, a game of survival, dear Ratchet. You must navigate the dangers of this house and find your way back to your universe before time runs out. Ratchet, determined, I don't have time for games. I need to recharge and get back to my world. Cosmic Game Master, smirking, but that is the challenge, isn't it? Can you recharge your spark and escape the clutches of Zathura before it's too late? Ratchet realizes he has no choice but to play along with the Cosmic Game Master's twisted game. He transforms back into his ambulance mode, entering recharge mode once more as he begins to draw power from the alien environment of the Zathura house. Ratchet, strained, I need to focus. I can't let this place get the better of me. The house begins to shift and change around Ratchet, creating obstacles and challenges at every turn. But the robotic doctor remains steadfast, determined to overcome whatever the Cosmic Game Master throws at him. Cosmic Game Master, taunting, you think you can outsmart me, Autobot? I've seen countless beings fall to my games. You will be no different. Ratchet, gritting his teeth, I am not just any Autobot. I am Ratchet, the healer of the Autobots. And I will not be defeated. Ratchet pushes himself to his limits, drawing on every ounce of strength and power he has left to navigate the treacherous halls of the Zathura house. He faces off against strange creatures and mind-bending traps, using his wit and resourcefulness to outmaneuver his foes. Cosmic Game Master, impressed, you are quite the formidable opponent, Ratchet. But can you withstand the final challenge? Ratchet reaches the heart of the Zathura house, where a massive portal pulsates with cosmic energy. He knows that this is his only chance to escape back to his world, but the Cosmic Game Master stands in his way, ready to stop him at any cost. Ratchet, defiant, I don't know what twisted game you're playing, but I won't let you keep me from my home. I will do whatever it takes to get back to my friends and recharge my spark. Cosmic Game Master, smirking, then let the final battle begin. Ratchet engages in a fierce battle with the Cosmic Game Master, their energies clashing and sparking against each other. The fate of both of their worlds hangs in the balance as they fight for supremacy. Ratchet's determination and skill prove to be his greatest weapons, as he finally gains the upper hand against the Cosmic Game Master. With one final surge of strength, he pushes the villain back and unleashes a wave of energy that engulfs the portal, opening a pathway back to his universe. Ratchet, triumphant, I may not be the strongest or the fastest, but I will always fight for what is right. And now, I will return home. Ratchet steps through the portal, feeling the familiar hum of the Autobots' base as he is pulled back into his world. He lands in a heap on the ground, exhausted but victorious. Optimus Prime, approaching Ratchet, where have you been? We were worried about you. Ratchet, smiling, just another day in the life of a robotic doctor, Prime. Just another day. The Autobots gather around Ratchet, grateful to have their healer back safe and sound. And as the echoes of the Zathura house fade into the distance, Ratchet knows that he will always rise to any challenge that comes his way, no matter how impossible it may seem. The end. Words. 763. As Ratchet lay dormant in his ambulance mode, floating through the vast expanse of space within the Zathura house, his spark chamber pulsating weakly, he couldn't help but feel a sense of unease creeping over him. The sensation of being completely vulnerable and cut off from the world around him was a rare occurrence for the seasoned Autobot medic. As he continued to recharge himself, a sudden jolt of energy surged through his metallic frame, causing his optics to flicker to life. Ratchet's sensors immediately went on high alert as he attempted to scan his surroundings, searching for any potential threats that may have prompted his awakening. To his surprise, he discovered that the Zathura house was no longer adrift in the emptiness of space, but instead had materialized on an unknown planet teeming with exotic flora and fauna. The alien landscape was a vibrant tapestry of colors and shapes, unlike anything Ratchet had ever seen before. Curiosity piqued, Ratchet transformed back into his robot mode, the hum of his internal systems reassuringly familiar. As he stepped out of the ambulance, he felt the soft crunch of alien soil beneath his feet, the gentle rustle of alien foliage as a gentle breeze swept through the area. It was then that Ratchet noticed a figure approaching him from the shadows, their silhouette shrouded in darkness. Instinctively reaching for his blaster, Ratchet tensed, readying himself for whatever may come his way. To his surprise, the figure emerged into the light, revealing itself to be a strange alien creature unlike anything Ratchet had encountered in his travels across the cosmos. The being's ethereal form seemed to shimmer and shift, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. With a voice that resonated deep within Ratchet's core, the alien spoke, its words ringing out like a cosmic symphony. Welcome, traveler. You have been chosen to partake in a test of courage and wit. Succeed, and you shall be rewarded. Fail, and you shall be lost to the void. Intrigued by the alien's cryptic message, Ratchet nodded solemnly, a steely determination setting in his circuits. He knew that this was no ordinary encounter, that the fate of not just himself, but of the entire universe, hung in the balance. With a nod of acknowledgement, the alien led Ratchet through a series of trials and challenges, each more perilous than the last. From navigating treacherous terrain to outsmarting cunning adversaries, Ratchet pushed himself to the limits of his abilities, relying on his wits and courage to see him through. As the final trial loomed before him, Ratchet found himself face to face with a towering monolith, its surface etched with mysterious symbols and glyphs. With a deep breath, he reached out a hand, tracing the intricate patterns with a reverence born of ancient knowledge. And then, with a surge of power that seemed to emanate from the very heart of the universe itself, the monolith began to glow with an ethereal light. As the light enveloped him, Ratchet felt a sense of peace and fulfillment wash over him, his spark chamber thrumming with newfound strength and purpose. As he emerged from the trial victorious, the alien creature smiled benevolently, its luminous form fading into the ether. You have proven yourself worthy, traveler. Go forth now, and may the light of the cosmos guide your path. And with that, Ratchet found himself once again drifting through the void of space, his spark chamber restored and his resolve renewed. As he transformed back into his ambulance mode, a sense of gratitude filled his circuits, knowing that he had been given a chance to make a difference in the universe once more. And so, with a silent vow to uphold the values of courage, compassion, and loyalty that defined him as an Autobot, Ratchet set off into the unknown, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead with unwavering determination and unwavering hope. Words. 652. Ratchet, in his robotic voice, recharging mode initiated. Energon levels critically low. Must conserve energy. As Ratchet lays motionless in his ambulance mode, the familiar sound of his robotic compressor can be heard as he begins to recharge his depleted energy levels. The soft hum of his internal mechanisms is the only sound in the room as he floats aimlessly in the Zathura house. Ratchet, to himself, just a few more minutes and I should be fully recharged. Can't afford to be running on fumes for too long. Suddenly, a loud crash is heard from outside the Zathura house, causing Ratchet to snap out of his recharge mode and switch back to his active state. Ratchet, what was that? Who's out there? A low growling sound echoes through the house, sending a chill down Ratchet's metallic spine. Ratchet, nervously, this can't be good. Maybe it's just my circuits playing tricks on me. Just then, a shadowy figure emerges from the darkness, its red eyes glowing menacingly as it stalks towards Ratchet. Shadowy figure, sinisterly, well, what do we have here? A helpless Autobot in need of a recharge. Ratchet, defiantly, who are you? And what do you want from me? Shadowy figure, mockingly, oh, just a little taste of your precious energon, dear doctor. You see, I have a craving that only the spark of a powerful Autobot like yourself can satisfy. Ratchet, angrily, you'll never get your hands on my energon, Decepticon scum. I'll make sure of that. The shadowy figure lunges towards Ratchet, but the Autobot doctor quickly transforms into his robot mode and raises his weapon to defend himself. Ratchet, firmly, you picked the wrong robot to mess with. Prepare to feel the wrath of Ratchet. The two robots engage in a fierce battle, their metal bodies clashing and sparks flying as they trade blows. Ratchet's medical expertise comes in handy as he skillfully targets the Decepticon's weak spots, causing it to stumble back in pain. Ratchet, victoriously, not so tough now, are you? It takes more than a hungry Decepticon to take down a seasoned Autobot like me. The Decepticon lets out a roar of frustration and charges at Ratchet with renewed aggression, but the Autobot doctor is ready for him. With a swift move, he disarms the enemy and delivers a final blow that sends him crashing to the ground. Ratchet, triumphantly, and that's how you deal with a Decepticon threat. Looks like I'll need to clean up this mess before I can finish recharging. With the threat thwarted, Ratchet returns to his ambulance mode and resumes his recharge mode, feeling a sense of relief wash over him as his energon levels begin to replenish. Ratchet, contently, that's better. Nothing like a good battle to get the circuits pumping. Now, back to recharging and then it's back to business as usual for this Autobot medic. As Ratchet drifts back into his recharging state, the Zathura house fades away into the vastness of outer space, leaving the Autobot doctor in peace as he continues to recharge and prepare for whatever challenges may come his way in the future. Words. 524.